My name is Erin McCluskey, and I'm an executive mindset and growth coach. Thank you for taking the next 2 minutes to learn a little bit more about my story and my philosophy as a coach. So for about 15 years, I was in the healthcare sector, and I quickly climbed the corporate ladder into a leadership role. I worked really hard for a really long time, and I achieved a level of financial success rather quickly in my career. And it was a box I thought that if I checked, it would sort of check all the other boxes. And in fact, that didn't happen. And as trivial as it sounds, financial success did not equal overall success in my life. So back in 2010, when I started to notice this, I realized three things were missing. Number one, I wasn't achieving any of the other goals that I had in my life. My professional goals were being met, my financial goals, but none of the other goals I had set out for healthy partnerships, being able to be present and available to family and friends. These things weren't really happening. I was always kind of too busy for people. The other thing I noticed was I was brought up in an environment that really focused on service and being in service to the community and humanity. And I wasn't really getting involved at all. I wasn't really in service or active in my community at all, unless it was directly related to my company or my role. And finally, and really most important, I wasn't happy. I was getting sick a lot. I was walking around with bags of prescription medications. I was on an airplane 80% of the time. And so I started researching tools and techniques. I started interviewing world recognized practitioners, Earl Bakken, the founder of Medtronic, Dean Ornish, Mimi Guarini, Deepak Chopra, to find out what are people doing to, basically shift that mindset and redefine success. So the system I use is actually called Redefine. It starts with recalibrate, empower, delight, embrace, focus, inclusion, non-judgment, and enhance. And it's a system that starts with focus on the self. How are we communicating as a leader, verbally, non-verbally, materially? What tools are we using to access to shift our mindset? Pranayama, ratio breathing, rhythmic breathing, Qigong, mind-body movement. I'm a certified practitioner in Qigong and yoga. I incorporate this into my coaching practice. The more we move our body, the more we connect with ourselves physically, and it allows us to show up as more effective leaders. And finally, in this system, that redefined system that constantly starts and ends, we talk about enhance. How can I take the information that I've learned through this process and be an even greater service to others as a result of it? We can only help others after we've helped ourselves. I've learned this in a particular way over the years, and I can say with tremendous gratitude that today I am truly living the dream. I'm experiencing a level of financial success that I always knew existed, but I never knew I had access to. I'm being paid not only well in money, but also time abundance. And finally, and most importantly, I feel content and a sense of peace that I also knew existed and was not aware I had access to until the last several years. So I look forward to an opportunity of sharing this with you. If any of this does resonate with you, please go to Erin Jewell Consulting, all one word, erinjewellconsulting.com, and click on bookings to schedule a virtual chat, virtual coffee, and I look forward to learning more about your story. Thanks for listening in.